Okay. We are. Let's see where we're at on the leaderboard. Now I'm still at number 6, so we're gonna go for the number 5th spot today for the number 5 spot. I mean, I won't go for the number 4 spot today, but we'll pass the 5 and we'll just keep, going until we get tired or, we hit a breaking point. But we will get the 5th spot today. I will stay on. Make sure we get that. And work towards getting the number 4 spot. But I don't think that I'll be able to reach those top 3 spots. I mean, to hit 1400. And I don't even think I got it in me. But I give it up. Hats to them, for the top 3. K-Side, Chameleon, I think it's Pencil Gun, and Hermit. Me and Chameleon were going at it in my last live. Some of the best battles. You just have to go check those out. You would just have to go check that video out. But I did say I was gonna switch my deck, so let's go to deck and we're gonna switch. We're gonna go to our number 4 deck. So yesterday, or on my last live, I was running my Hellfire deck. Now I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my overload deck. Should be those Hellfire. Oh no, there it is. So how you know it's overload deck is because you're gonna see my overload wall right here. So we're gonna come in running that armor strike, bang them up. And hopefully I do catch a live player on while I'm playing. So, we get some good matches in. Yeah, and even though I wasn't winning a lot of those matches against Chameleon, I just enjoyed, the matches themselves, just being able to play, one of the best players in the game and actually win a couple of times. It just lets me know it's possible, to beat anybody in this game. It just goes to show, I'm nobody special. I just, play the cards how I like to play them. We all got the same cards. It's just how you play your cards. And I never wanted to copy nobody's style. I wanted to create my own style. And in the beginning, for the most part, I just did whatever I thought was better for me. But as I started to play more and more Legends, you start to see different things and different ways to use these cards. And you start to see more possibilities. So, in the end, you're gonna always try to get better. So if I see something that's not working, I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. And that's the thing about this game. It's a strategy game, so it's always gonna be some adjusting going on. One deck can always beat the other. one ability can always beat the other. It just all depends on how you play your cards and what cards come out and how you play them. So, you know, I like the concept, and you know, I like the visuals, I like the feeling of the game, I like the experience of the game, you know. And the number one thing for me is always going to be is that this game is built on the Stellar blockchain. So that is the number one reason why I started playing this game and why I will continue to play this game. Because I want to see how big it gets, you know, how far this game can go. You know, I want to be a part of it. So, you know, you got to be decent at the game. You know, as long as you unlock all the cards, as long as you can get most of the cards unlocked, you know, you have a chance. But it's really balanced out. It's hard to cheat on this game. I mean, I don't think you can cheat at all. It's just, you know, knowing how to get your cards to come out when you want them to. That's the trick to the game. Because some players, you know, can play only a few cards and like dominate you with those few cards because, you know, they're coming out a certain way. Yeah, because, you know, all the cards that you unlock, you don't have to play all the cards in your deck. You know, you pick whatever cards you want to play. And, you know, how you want to play them and what cards you want to favorite, you know. So you have favorites, you know, which have a good chance to come out. But then also, you don't really want to put cards in your deck that you're not going to use. So you only want to use the cards that you really want to see and you really want to use. And it could be, you know, it could be 10 cards, it could be 8 cards, you know, it could be 6 cards. Whatever it takes, you know, to get the job done. You know, so I switch my decks around sometimes. You know, sometimes when things aren't working, you know, I gotta switch things around. So it's a lot of adjusting, but I think, you know, the top legends got it down and they know, you know, exactly how they want to play these cards. So when you're playing these top ranked players, you're gonna see a lot of the same cards. You know, they're gonna play the same cards. They're not gonna really switch it up too much. The only thing you'll see them switch up is the decks. You know, they might have Hellfire, they might have Overload, they might have the other one, the health spec. So depending on what they play, you know, the cards will be different. But I would say for the most part, you know, masteries matter. The repair mastery. So a lot of people are gonna play the repair mastery and they have a strategy for that. I'm on the overload right now. I mean, I'm using the overload spec right now, but I'm not using overload mastery. I'm using the Hellfire mastery. see where we're at right now. So I would say less than 20 matches, I'll be in 5th place. You can't add it. So yeah, by me running my overload spec, you know, I have my card set up like a certain way. And then when I run my Hellfire spec, I got my card set up a different way for that deck. So you have your repair spec, then you have your overload, and then you have your Hellfire. And each deck is gonna be played a certain way. So with that being said, you know, each deck is gonna be customized its own way, and each deck's gonna have some cards that the other decks don't have, because depending on the spec or the mastery, you know, you're gonna play the cards that are gonna benefit the most from the hand that you're playing, from the deck that you're playing with. So there's a lot of strategy involved, but once you have that part down, you know, then you just play the game. So you gotta figure your deck out first, how you wanna run your deck and what you wanna run. You know, what is gonna be, you know, your main spec or mastery that you're gonna use in the game. So yes, you know, also like some players might have a real powerful deck the way it's set up, and you just can't beat it with the deck that you have. Then that's gonna force you to change decks, because sometimes it's like saying, you know, the repair, you know, mastery deck or the spec deck is gonna always have an advantage over the overload and the Hellfire, because they pretty much get to revive one time. So sometimes it takes the same deck to beat this, you know, the deck that you can't beat. But then also, depending on how you set it up, you know, if you have the right cards set up in that deck, you will have a better advantage. But most of the time, you know, you just gotta have a better strategy than the other player. You know, that's what it comes down to, strategy. You know, if you got certain cards in the deck and you may need this other card, or you may need to take out a few cards to make your deck better or to improve what cards come out. You know what I mean? But then, you know, that's also, you know, it brings more balance to the game when more cards are random. So I really don't care if the cards are random or not. You know, I just want it to be even and fair on both sides. But whatever advantages you can get, make sure, you know, that you use them. Because in this game, everybody's always looking for that, you know, extra thing that's gonna give them the edge. But I would also say going first does matter a lot in this game, because it's always gonna give you, you know, the opportunity to get ahead. But when you're playing, you know, like in tournament play, it will be, you know, you will take turns, it will rotate, it won't be unbalanced. When you're playing the tournament, you know, you'll be able to go first, then the next game, you know, your opponent goes, you know, it's gonna always switch, it's always gonna rotate, alternate. But when you're just playing matches naturally like this, they don't always, you know, go that way. You know, sometimes you'll keep playing the same player and like they'll keep going for like first, you know, the majority of the battles. And I don't know why that happens sometimes. But then, you know, sometimes it happens in your favor and then, you know, you'll be able to go first majority of the time. Alright. Oh man, I didn't even see that. About 13 games, 14 games out of 5th place. My main goal is to get 5th place. And then hopefully, you know, get into the, well, hold on. Did I get 4? Maybe I could catch 4, but I don't think I'm catching. And I'll just won't really waste my time trying to do it. I'll just try to stay in that 4th or 5th position. You know, just cause, you know, that's where I feel I should be, you know, at least behind the top 3. You know, or top 5 or whatever. But there are a lot of good players in this game that are not ranked as high or just haven't been playing as much. But, you know, if you really want to get to that level, you know, you're gonna have to put in some work. You know, you're gonna have to continue to play these battles, man. Like, right now it's just not easy because you're going against AI, but once we go live, everything is gonna be way better. 100 times better. So on the last live, we were running Hellfire spec, and now we're running Overload spec. And I just want to show, you know, how you play this type of hand and how you can win with, you know, different types of decks. Damn, just like that. So you have your Hellfire spec, and then you got your Survival spec, and now I'm using the Overload spec. So you have your 3 specs and then your 3 masters, which I'm using the Hellfire master. But that's the 3 decks that you can use. You got to pick one or the other, and you can always switch. So in your decks, you have up to 5 decks to set up and use, like 5 different loadouts. You know, you can have them set up different ways, you know, seeing what works. And when you know somebody's running a certain spec, then, you know, you're gonna come with your best, you know, deck to counter that. Knew I was gonna lose now. And it's pretty much impossible to just never lose in this game. You're always gonna catch an L some type of way, especially when you're playing the AI, because, you know, as you play harder and you improve, the AI will also improve. That was a good card. Yeah, so Enlightenment.io, they did not have this feature, the overclocking feature. I love it. I think it, you know, makes the game better. And that's all you want, you know, to keep improving the game as much as possible. So adding that feature is great. I mean, you don't always have to use it, but I think for the majority, people are going to keep using it. Damn. You know, for the most part, I think people are going to use that feature most of the time, especially depending on how their decks are set up. Yeah, unlock most of the cards, you know, that's gonna make a big difference, because then you'll be able to, you know, make better decks, obviously, but you know, you'll get in the habit of like knowing what to play and you know, what cards, you know, benefit and what cards, you know, have the least benefits, you know, when playing certain decks. And you know, you'll get more in the habit of just playing the cards more faster and knowing exactly what to use in order to win, you know, or get the advantages. You know, I don't really have to adjust my deck much. You know, I just gotta kind of see what comes out, and just, you know, you gotta have good thinking, you know, fast thinking strategy, like on the go. So that's why I would say, like, one of the things I'm good at, or one of my best, you know, attributes is, you know, I'm a quick thinker. So I'm able to like use my brain faster to like, you know, come up with a solution. But that doesn't mean I always win all the time, you know. Like, that just makes me a good player. And if my cards come out the way I want to, then, you know, of course I'm gonna have a better chance. I would say Armor Piercer is a very strong card that everybody wants to use, especially when you're going against Overload Spec or Hellfire, because it's always going to guarantee you that kill. We're 9 wins away from 5th place. And then also another thing to remember, you know, I just want to not be having a boring, like, I don't want my stream to be boring, so I want to keep, you know, talking or giving you some helpful info. So just because you have the same cards, you know, do not guarantee you to win, because the thing that really matters is how you play the cards, meaning in what orders you play them in. That is the most crucial, most important thing about, you know, about your deck. Is it's not just having the cards, you know, because what if that card never comes out, or, you know, what if the card that you really need never comes out? So I'm saying that to say this, it matters in what order and how you play your cards and when you play the cards. It's all about timing and setting it up. So, you know, if one person's coming out with a lot of energy and you're coming out with a lot of health or armor, you know, it matters. You don't want anyone, you know, you don't want the opponent to get ahead of you, you know. by doing more, you know, with his deck, with his or her deck. So you gotta play so you can figure that out. So keep playing so you can see what patterns and what strategies work more and what cards should come out first. You know, cause me personally, I don't want the matches to last too long. You know, I want to get in there, get the win, and get out. Where we at? I need 8 more to pass them up. See, it's like right there on that armor strike. It didn't do too much. But if I would have went first, I could have did more damage. And that's why I was saying that going first matters. You know, that's half the advantage. You know, you get ahead a lot when you go first. Especially when you know, especially when the cards that you want to come out. You know, when you're able to hit somebody exactly how you want and planned out to do it. The only player to like stop me from winning like that was Chameleon. Like literally I had, you know, 3 of my best cards that I can think of, and I still lost the match. You know, so that lets you know a lot. Like, I mean, I got 3 hitters. Like, I got 3 good, strong cards. They're gonna pretty much win me the match. You know, seeing those like come in your hand, you would think you had it won, right? Nope. Chameleon still took me out. And even when I went first, I was still losing. So, you know, you do got to put a little bit more thought into these decks and a little bit more strategy into it, you know, and, you know, you got to be a fast thinker. It does take a few seconds, but less than a minute to find a match. Let's see what he got. Damn, no way. See, right there, I had to make a decision. I mean, did I want to try to hit, or did I want to, you know, drink some of that energy? So, you know, those are decisions you gotta make with your cards. Do you want to hit? Do you want to drain energy? Do you want to add energy? You know, it's these decisions, you know, that you have to make in this game that make it so interesting, you know. Thinking, you know, really thinking. Like, you don't have a lot of time. You see how the timer runs out. So, okay, what should I do? What should I do? Should I overload? Should I add energy? Should I hit? I just used the overclocking mechanism, and you know, I think that was the right move at the right time. And then you see what I just did. You know, 2 good cards came out. So the reason why you would want to use the overclocking so much is because you want to see those 2 cards come out, and hopefully, you know, it's 2 good cards that you can really use. So if you don't really need that energy, just sacrifice it. But see, sometimes you don't get an energy card. And I think you can put any card you want, but I usually use my energy cards because, you know, those are the ones that don't really do much, you know, besides add energy. So we'll just go this way. See, I don't really want to use those cards right now. I'd rather just charge these up. Luckily, I had energy. I'm gonna just go ahead and add that over there. 5 more wins. Okay, so now we're gonna go here. See, now I'm able to come up with a better strategy. Now I have, well, I had 4 cards to my disposal to come up with the best strategy. So with these 3, what order am I gonna play them in? See, it all depends on what your opponent plays. See, so I'm kind of ready. If he does this, I'm gonna do that. If he does this, I'm gonna do this one. So it does depend on what your opponent plays, on what strategy that I want to use. But I know, you know, I have my options like set. And more or less it's gonna be this one. And then I'll finish him off with my Brawl. And if he drains this Brawl or tries to, I mean, I'll still have a backup. So I have 2 hitters to take him out with right here. Should get this win. Unless he has like armor piercer and he takes me out that way. Alright. I need about 4 or 5 more wins to take over 5th place. You know, and I want to do this live. Like, I'm not gonna edit, you know, making it to where I'm telling you, like, I want to show you, you know, the process. So I'm in 6th place, 773 wins. I got 4 more wins, 5 more wins to go to take the 5th spot. So that's mainly what this live is, showing you I'm trying to show you how I'm gonna get to that spot. You know, I'm showing you the process of me getting there, you know, live. So instead of me just doing it and not posting it, but just talking about it, you know, that's why I got to do this content, because I'm already doing these things, but I'm just not showing it. And that's the purpose of me making more content, is to show you more of what I'm doing and things that I'm achieving and accomplishing. You know, I want to have proof of all that. all these things that are about to happen, you know, all these things, you know, that I'm about to do, I'm gonna have to make content for it. You know, when I start my business, whenever I do these tournaments, you know, whenever I do events, showing you about all these platforms to use that I'm using, you know, just all kinds of things in general. I don't want my channel to be boring and dull and just one thing. You know, gaming is a big part of it. You know, I enjoy this a lot, and it's even better when you're winning. So we'll have a little bit of that, like I said, and then, you know, when the crypto starts going up more, we'll talk more about that. I'm gonna keep experimenting and testing all these platforms to see, you know, which ones work, which ones I like, you know, and kind of teach you how to use them. Because, you know, I feel like that's the most important part, is not just doing it. You know, I don't want to just do it. I want to show you how to do it so you can do it too. You know, I want you to, you know, create an account in this game, start playing, maybe play me, or later on, if you're watching, you know, right here on the ad, right here, my friends, you know, give me your battle ID, leave your battle ID in the description. I mean, leave your battle ID in the comments, and I can add you to my friends, and then we can battle whenever I go live. I'll add you out, and then we can duel it out. Because that's what they say, duel. We're gonna duel. So, you know, if anybody wants to battle me and watches this video, just leave your username in the comments so I can add you when I'm live and we can battle it out. But I would advise you to unlock as many cards as you can. Because, you know, I don't really want to have an advantage. I want it to be even. But in the tournaments, all the cards will be unlocked for you to use, so that, you know, no one has the advantage. All cards will be available to use, so that, you know, you can make your deck just as strong as your opponent. Yeah, I played this whole time and I had to call a real opponent. I was hoping that I would run into somebody good on this game. I played this whole stream with no opponents, and that's why, you know, I enjoyed playing Chameleon on my last stream, because, you know, it was a real player and we were really going at it. And even though, you know, I lost the majority of the matches, you know, it's hard to get a match, and then, you know, I'm playing one of the top 3 best players in the game, so it was good, you know, just to have a real opponent in the game. And then we just kept meeting up, you know, about 10 times. So I would say, you know, out of 10 matches or more, I mean, I only won like about 3 or 4 matches. He probably won like 10, like 8. But a lot of the matches were close. You know, it wasn't like he was just beating me like that. You know, I made it hard on him. It was difficult for him to get the wins. But I appreciated his time, playing me in those matches. Because he could have got off or stopped playing or whatever. We kept going at it. I don't think I'm gonna find a real opponent today. Hopefully the beta was supposed to start already, so you can't rush things. If it's not ready, it's not ready, but we're still in alpha. But the next update will be in beta, and everybody should be, logging in. Here we are. We're 3 wins away, 4 wins away. Just trying to accomplish this as quick as possible. Here we go. Bang them up. See. There we go. There we go. See, I think I'm only 2 wins away. Because sometimes see how the win doesn't add? So now we're only 1 win away, 2 to take the spot. Let's go. Let's see what other card did I have. Yeah, because it's a card that I haven't seen, and it's like, is it in there? It should be in my deck. And it's not really coming out at all. This is how it goes sometimes. So now we should be tied. Right here, the next win is going to take me into 5th place. Overclocking. We're going to overclock it real quick. Yeah, that incinerate doesn't work all the damn time. That was weird. See what he got. Damn, 39? Man, I didn't see that coming. Man, it's hard to believe he had that. Use this armor strike. Okay. I was looking for that life hack. Has not been coming out at all. Probably hit him with that life hack next. Oh, let's take the lead right here. Life hack. And then take them out. Oh, no. Yeah, I should have it right. Here we go. So we're gonna go, my bad, we're gonna go here. There we go. Fifth place. Fifth place was not easy. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be there, but I did make it live. And just gonna play one or two more. You know, not just to pass him, but you know, at least get a couple above him, you know, ahead of him. But yeah, there it is. There it is right there. Fifth place. There's only 4 people ahead of me. Was not easy to do. Was not easy to do at all. It took a lot of time to achieve this. Go one more. I was just hoping I could get a real opponent, but it did not work out this time. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Wanted to get some real action, some real live action for y'all. That's gonna be it for today. I'm 2 above 6th place. And I know Cokelak is gonna be trying to come back for his position too. So we're gonna be battling out, you know, 5th, 6th, and 7th until the tournament ends. And then maybe 8th will be in there too. So these last players right here, we're gonna all be competing. So we'll see where we're at tomorrow. And if so, I'll have another live stream, you know, competing for that 5th place. So thank you for watching. Catch me on the next live. Stellar Hustle out.